Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Bharani Thai Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Radhe Shyama Sundar Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham Jaya Tulsi Maharani Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Yamuna Devi Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham Prabhupada Jaya Srila Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Haribo 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari Haribo Jaya Shri Radhe Shyama. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Canto 1, Chapter 3, Text 16. Sura Suranam Uradim Matnatamandal Rachalam Dare Kamata Rupena Prishta Ikada Shevibu. The 11th incarnation of the Lord took the form of a tortoise whose shell served as a pivot for Mandara Chala hill, which was being used as a churning rod by the theists and atheists of the universe. Purport. Once both the atheists and the theists were engaged in producing nectar from a sea so that all of them could become deathless by drinking it. At that time, the Mandara Chala hill was used as the churning rod, and the shell of Lord Tortoise, the incarnation of Godhead, became the resting place pivot of the hill in the seawater. Danvataram Jwadashamam Trayodashamam Evacha Apaya Yatsuran Anya Mohinya Mohayanshriya. Translation. In the 12th incarnation, the Lord appeared as Dhanvantari, and in the 13th, he allured the atheists by the charming beauty of a woman and gave nectar to the demigods to drink. Text 18. Chaturdasham nirasimham biradatyendram urjitam dadara karajar urav irakam katakridyata. In the 14th incarnation, the Lord appeared as Nrsimha and bifurcated the strong body of the atheist Hiranyakashipu with his nails, just as a carpenter pierces cane. Text 19. Panchadasham vamanakam kritvagad advarambale Paratrayam Yachamana Pradyaditsu Sri Pishtapam. Okay, Hare Krishna. Reading from Srila Prabhupada Lectures. The whole thing will be stopped. It is very common sense affair that consciousness, that is the main thing in this body. So any intelligent man with common sense can understand this. Now, what is this consciousness? This consciousness is the symptom of the soul. Just like, see, the main thing in our body is consciousness. We're conscious, we're aware, we're conscious, we can experience. It's the main thing, it's not the body. The finger's not the main thing. The brain's not the main thing. Nothing in the body, it's all matter, it's not the main thing. Without consciousness, there's no awareness. It's the main thing. This consciousness is the symptom of the soul. Just like wherever there is smoke, fire, there is heat, or there is smoke. Just like whenever there is some fire, there is heat or there is smoke. When you see something, suppose you are sitting here, if you find somewhere smoking, then you are afraid, oh, there must be some fire. Otherwise, why smoke is coming? Or wherever you feel some heat, although you do not see the fire directly, still you can understand that there is fire because there is smoke, because there is heat, therefore there is fire. Similarly, this consciousness, nobody can deny this consciousness. Now this consciousness, because this consciousness is, therefore identification, or my energy is being produced in the shape of a consciousness. So this consciousness proves that I am the soul present here. That is Gita's philosophy, and that is the whole Vedic philosophy. Anyone, either the devotees, just like we belong to the devotee group of philosophers, and there are others who are impersonalists. But they are, both of them, they do not deny the presence of the soul. Presence of the soul, the Buddha philosophy, they recognize the soul. They, according to them, that the combination of matter at a certain stage produces consciousness. But that philosophy, that argument can be refuted that with matter, you cannot produce consciousness. You cannot produce consciousness with matter. Because take the example of a dead man. The dead man is there. All the elements, material elements are there present, but you cannot revise, you cannot revoke that man to consciousness. The elements are there, the ingredients are there. Now if you think this ingredient has been decomposed or deteriorated, then replace that ingredient, just like in a machine. In a machine, some part is wear and tear, it has not worked, stops, but you can replace the part into a new part. And the machine will work, but this is not like that. If you think that something has deteriorated in this body, therefore it has become dead. Say, for example, they say generally due to heart failure. Now, medical practitioners, they know the heart is always pumping like this, pumping like this. Now you can produce heart action by artificial pumping. No, it is not possible. They give respiratory oxygen gas and so many things, but it cannot be revived. Therefore, it is a fact that the soul is different from this body. The soul gives life to the body. Without the soul in the body, without the soul, there's no consciousness, there's no life. That's the difference between matter and spirit. So long the soul is there, the body acts, and we, with our blunt senses, our gross senses, we cannot see the soul, therefore we deny it. Because our imperfect senses cannot see this. We cannot see so many things, just like we are seeing this place is vacant, the outer space, but there are instruments. If you see with those instruments, you will find they are full of germs. Take a drop of water as clear as possible, but if you see with a microscope, you'll see, oh, it is full of germs. So yeah, that's our imperfect senses. We can't see so many things, like the germs, you can't see them, but if you use a microscope, you can see them. So we don't have perfect senses, so we can't see the soul. So if we don't see it, we don't believe it. So imperfect vision of the existence of the soul does not mean there is no soul. The soul is there. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Guru Parampara ki jai. Shri Vrindavan ki jai. Shri Manayanta Prabhu ki jai. Yugadharma Haranam Sankirtana Yagya ki jai. Nitagore Premanandi Hare Bol. Jaya Shri Radhe Shyama. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Nitai Gora Premanandi Hari Bo, Jaya Radhe Shyama, Hare Krishna.